HTTV in association with Absolute Warehouse Services. Danny, thank you for joining us after today's 3-1 defeat at Swansea. Give us your views on the game. I imagine the nature of Swansea's second goal is particularly hard to take for you.
Yeah, I think so. I think we're really disappointed. We obviously worked very hard to get back into the game. I thought we played well leading into us equalising. I thought it was a well-deserved equaliser. Then we then actually have the break and the counter-attack. It looks like we're going to go on another attack just after scoring, and then we lose the ball. They break, get a corner, and then the goals are unacceptable. Both first and second goals were really poor for us, and we have to accept responsibility for that. We have to feel the pain of that, and try to learn from it. We've been trying to learn from it. Conceding too many from corners. We know this. There's no hiding place from this. You have any defensive system in the world, it's hard if people are not willing to put their head in where it matters. But listen, it's always a collective responsibility, and we as a group have to feel the pain of this defeat, keep it close, and then and use it to try to fuel us for what is the 12 most important games of all of our lives.
You made one change today from the really good performance at Derby when we had the 1-1 draw. Carl Grant coming back in for Fraser Campbell, who was unwell today, didn't travel with the squad. Was the idea of a similar ilk to the Derby game coming here today in terms of the game plan?
Well, I think Swansea are a very similar team to Derby in terms of the way that they play and the way that they set up, and actually a lot of their patterns are very, very similar. Obviously, we didn't anticipate losing Fraser. Fraser was another one we lost yesterday, and I think you see what Fraser gives you when he's not playing. Sometimes people don't respect the energy that he gives you at the top end of the pitch, the intensity that he gives you press, and also the physicality to play up to him. And we missed that today. We really missed that. And that was unfortunate to lose him. It was great to obviously get Carlin back. But no, we were short today. We were short, and first half we weren't happy with our performance, particularly after we conceded. Again, the goal comes, and then we just lost our way a little. We know the reasons. Prefer not to share them, but what we have to do is one thing knowing them, it's another thing trying to affect them, and that's what we have to try to do. We all have to go away. We have to have a long, hard look at ourselves. And we have to try to come back stronger.
You did make early changes as well, half-time sub, and then early in the second half as well. We saw Steve Mounier, Chris Willock and Emile Smith-Rowe came on, and they did make a real difference for your team, didn't they, which is one encouragement going forward.
Yeah, I thought the subs come on and had an influence. I thought the other players that were playing played better second half as well. And we do really well to get ourselves back in at 1-0, and at 1-0 you've got the momentum and you're the better team and you think you can win the game, but then 2 minutes later you can see the softest of all soft goals, and I'm going to go away. I'm going to look at everything we do, and I'm going to try to find a way of rectifying this problem we have in this area of our game, because that's our responsibility. But we need everybody to do that. We need everybody connected with the club to take a long, hard look at ourselves and try to find the right answers. And what I do know is that the person you can affect most is yourself. So if we all go away and reflect on our own performances and try to improve our own performances, then hopefully that will help the team.
You said recently after a game, and I can't recall which one, that the blow wasn't fatal, I think was the word you used at one point, and today isn't fatal either. But like you said, you just said to Sky in there, we've got 12 biggest games of our life is the phrase you used there, and that's the case, isn't it? They get bigger every time.
Of course, 12 games to go. Listen, you know that when you've only got 1 point in 8 games at the start of the season, what your season's going to look like, and you know it's going to be a long, hard one, and it's going to be a relegation battle that's going to go to the wire. I don't think anything has changed. I think we've threatened to get ourselves in a much better position, but we haven't been able to. We find ourselves with 12 games to go. We know what we need to do. We know that we're capable enough of doing it, but we do have to try to find a consistency in our performance, and that's individually and collectively. We need need to try to find a consistent level. And it's, whilst we have periods in games where we play well, and you would have seen second half. I think we got some good control of the game. We have to do that for longer periods, and that's what it is. And you know, as I said, it's a painful defeat tonight. It's a painful defeat because they were a team that we could have taken points from, and we should have taken points from, and for key moments, and that's what we've got to go back to. We've got to try to manage the key moments better, because if you don't, then you won't get value for your hard work, and that's what we're finding.
Final word for the supporters here today, Danny. It's a hell of a long way down to South Wales to Swansea, but they stayed to the end, 400 plus that were here today, and you could see at the end they were still there, giving their all in that away end. Yeah,
they were brilliant. You know, there was, like you said, it's a long journey in very difficult conditions, and stayed with the team right to the end. And even at the end, you know, you go over and you thank them for their support, and they're clapping you, and it's hard. It's hard because you feel a level of responsibility and a guilt to them, because you know it's their football club, and you know what it means to them as people, and we know what a difficult position that we're in, and we all have to accept where we're at, and we have to, you know, we've never hid from where we're at. We know exactly where we stand and what we've got to do, and we have to take this punch. Like you said, it's not fatal. We have to take it on the chin, and we have to come back and we have to respond. And the great thing about the Championship is that there's 2 games in quick succession, 2 home games. We have to fight for our lives. We have to, because we have to do everything in our power to try to keep this club in the division. And like I said, start from Tuesday.
Danny, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.